turned 42 on Saturday. Gives it to Whalen, whose parents have made the 12-hour trip here from the Minneapolis area to watch her. And an offensive rebound in the first set, and that is a big part of how they won game 2.
That's how they killed Indiana in game 1, getting those second opportunities, second chance points.
Rebecca Brunson right by Tamika, decorated college player ever, coming out of UConn, and was the rookie of the year last year when they won the title. Aaron Phillips takes it away, and here comes Zealous. Fourth-year player from Pittsburgh. Poised, gathered herself off per game during the playoffs. Been a big part of it. They've had to. I mean, without Katie Douglas, who went out early in game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals against Connecticut, other people have had to step up, and now they lose Jeanette Poland out with a knee injury. Comes off the bench, gives them great minutes. Augustus. Boy, good defense by January. That was a tough shot on the turnaround, but another offensive rebound and a put back by Augustus on the floater. And what did you enjoy more, at home hitting the big shot with the crowd going nuts, or silencing the crowd?
I did kind of like playing at home.
Tamika catching her game, but also the feverish game. Penetrating and then either scoring or kicking.
They want to be the more aggressive team on the offensive end of the floor.
Brunson looks for room, can't find any. Against catching, tough matchup. Maya Moore, boy, didn't have to leave it fly, but she...
First action in the WNBA playoffs.
Like 3 minutes, that's it. Didn't get a shot up during that.
Yes, she did.
Right away. But...
And so you'll see Indiana tonight. You'll see them use a big lineup where Tamika Catchings has to play the 3.
Augustus hit in the lane, kicks it out to Whalen. That's a 3. Hit a couple of those in game 2. She had struggled a bit from beyond the arc, but coming back off of that wrist injury and the finger injury.
Well, she'd gone away from shooting the outside shot because of that injury, but last game she looked good.
Phillips around the screen. There was no help along the baseline.
You would think that they might be a little bit concerned about their guards.
Creates the turnover eventually in the half-court set. Cross court, Phillips kicking it out to Zealous. You know, Lynn Dunn's got to be careful in terms of minutes for his stars tonight. Not going to take
to 40 tonight.
9 of 14 from the floor with 27 in game 2. Another steal. Phillips using her body, and Whalen just lets her go right by. From the floor so far in the playoffs. Here she goes. 0 for 1 tonight. She's shooting less than 10%. Catchings finishes at the other end.
And Tamika,
the 3 minutes that she has spent on the floor. Minnesota had scored in the last 4 minutes. That just changes with a 15-footer. Indiana looking to break their drought. They've missed their last 9 from the floor. The Catchings got that quick rest, but it didn't last long.
Well, that's what you would expect. They need her on the floor. Nice take by Shavante Zealous. That's her quality shot for her. Inside, going to her strong left hand.
Simone hesitates to the left hand. Glides in. Nothing. Simone Augustus operate on the offensive end in this league.
That's one way to make your offense a little bit easier than it was the last time down the floor.
Can't get back, though, to stop it. Leon January set to check in at the scorer's table. Davenport with Taj McWilliams, Frank Lana. She just backs her in and uses her strength. Court in this series, and this certainly is an advantage tonight for Indiana. 18,000 plus here. But this is what the Fever did in game 1 at Minneapolis.
They started out strong, different scores. They've got the crowd behind them here.
Floater, Augustus just rising over. Lynx in his zone now. Offensive rebound, Catchings. Defensive player of the year for 5 years now. MVP last year, Tamika Catchings. First team all WNBA. Kicking it out. Shavante Zealous, a 3, and there it is. Not even close to an offensive rebound there. Catch, crossover, layup, good, finish, 5th.
About the way the bench has responded. We're seeing minutes from Tammy and Cream of Christmas tonight.
I think they're doing a great job. They were in here yesterday getting shots up, getting some cardio because they knew that they needed to be ready. So give credit to them. They stayed ready all year, and especially through the playoffs. And, they're definitely helping.
Right with the penetration. The kick to Augustus. Nope. Brunson fights her way to the offensive rebound and putback.
But finally, there was
rhythm. Come into this lead and put a dent in it a little bit. Catching's well short, but Larkin to her knees for that rebound.
She's back. She's back.
Yep.
Like Elena Larkins from game one.
Phillips. Shavante Zealous. That's a three. We've got to go. Moore, pump fake, catching stays with her until the end, and then she just glides by her for the layup.
And Moore's another one. She
Peck to take this first half apart. Now, game one was a shocker to win like that on the road. This has been even more surprising, just the way this is going. Zealous to the left hand, making it look easy.
Last possession, Monica Wright fell into the trap. You finally get an open look, so you're going to take it right away. You still have to work the ball and see if you can get Simone a touch, Maya somewhere outside the three-point line.
More, yeah, who knows if that'll be big by the end of this game.
Making Minnesota take another beat to figure out what they're in and what they need to run.
Cheryl Reeve on the sideline saying, push it up, move it up the court. Augustus leaves it low for Taj McWilliams-Franklin.
Haven't been any open players.
But you have to create that space as well. I mean, it has been the fevered defense, there's no doubt, but you've got to adapt and counter it. Haven't had the answer to this point. Zealous, 3 on the shot clock. Shavante rises high.
No.
January. Larkins, another chance. Catchings left all by herself along the base. Welcome. Well, that pass should have been there, and just quick hands, great rotation from Indiana.
Another situation where Tamika Catching saved an easy score, simply with her hustle.
Catchings guarded by Harris. Patient offensively now. January just lets right fly by her. On the miss. And again, just one opportunity at that end.
Well, because Indiana's been effective running it the other way, so I think they're afraid to get beaten in transition, so they're not going to the glass, retreating instead.
Davenport back in. High low to Larkins. High off the glass and in. Elena Larkins.
Both teams having runs.
Right.
Minnesota hasn't had any of those tonight.
So Maya Moore, Simone Augustus still on the bench as Cheryl Reeve has gone entirely to herself. Phillips. Wow. Guessing. Lives right across the street from here. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, Lynn Dunn does. Walks to work every day. Now, if you're also looking at this and saying, you're Cheryl Reeve, this player right here on cue.
Player.
And here goes Shavante again. Augustus won't even challenge her. Motorsports in the area as well. On the video before the game, crowd responding.
It's always good when there's motorsports in the area.
Not just motorsports, it would be the Indy 500 as well. How about Zealous?
Completely outplayed in every single part of this game.
And the beat goes on.
Exactly.
Brunson tipped it up and in. Gets her own fun. That's all Minnesota has. Brunson changes that. They will count it. Series game 3, you look at its importance. They won that game and then had a chance to win the next game. Some would say they should have lost then eventually in the 5th game.
Yeah, it seemed like they were going to win that game 4. Had all the momentum, weren't able Seattle gave them a hard time because of their physical switching defense that they play. Indiana has given them a hard time the same way.
They switch. Yep.
And so you need the one-on-one players to break it down and make plays.
Wiggins, little Phillips. Thorne comes out to challenge her. So the bench trying to give Cheryl Reeve a little momentum. Looking ahead to game 4. 14-0 run for the Lynx. Go back to just about the 2-minute mark of the third quarter, and Indiana hadn't scored since then. Thorne gets the roll. And it's a boom baby tonight. Zealous still playing some D. And Monica Wright rolls it in.
One player played really well for Minnesota in this game tonight.
All right, so if you are the head coach, if you're Cheryl Reeve, coaches can go one of two ways. Devereaux Peters, layup.
Placed on such a veteran-driven team.
All right, we can't wait for it to see you play. 10 days away, Notre Dame starts their season. Thanks, Skylar.
Thanks, Holly.
Yeah, you look ahead to next year in this league, too, and the draft that will be, Rebecca. It's a good one.
Well, it's the top 3. Griner, a game changer without question. Skylar Diggins, Elena Deladon. Pretty sweet first 3.
Thorne's had a big effort.